Alas, the ironworks crew couldn't linger long. Far too much to do. Yet, brief though our time together was, it was bloody good to see them. So we finally have it, the cure for tempering. All that remains is to put it to use. I shall be praying for your success on the front lines. In the end, we didn't have to pay for the terminals, which is great for us. But I couldn't help but feel for my counterpart in the ironworks. Oh, it looks like the scions have moved around. Let me... If you seek Riol, he has left to visit each of the allied armies. Link Pearl conversations are well and all, he said, but there is no substituting face-to-face meetings for strengthening cooperation. So, I had a little chat with Grahatia. Though he looks as young as any of us, he has the air of an older person about him. I suspect he's seen more than his fair share of trials. When we went to deliver the ice shards, we had occasion to speak with Grahatia. Sister says he acts like an old person, but if you ask me, he seems like a perfect gentleman. Hori challenged you once before, and now he has his sights set on Grahatia. I fear history is about to repeat itself. They say Grahatia is a versatile combatant who excels at all roles in battle. I should very much like to test my blade and shield against him. There's nothing quite like basking in the glow of brothers' fighting spirit. We must make this about... we must make this bout with Grahatia happen. Yes, we must. I think I initially read the bout as about, and I was like, what is going on here? Forget us not. Alize has only one thing on her mind. And it's disgusting. At long last, we have our cure. In theory, at any rate. We cannot be certain until such time as we put it to the proof, but I'm quietly confident. Well, if we're to test it on someone, then I suggest Gabu. His symptoms are relatively mild. It'll be fine, I'm sure of it, as long as you exercise due caution. Again, you know, it goes back to that, do I go with the confidence of what I know, or kind of... you know, go with what I would probably realistically go with, you know, the first time through. I'm still going to go with the second one. Yes. As long as we exercise due caution, it will be fine. Without further ado, then, let's make for Limsa. We've kept Gabu waiting long enough. We'll all be praying for your success. I doubt I could contribute much towards what comes next, so I shall cheer you on from afar. Best of luck with the treatment. In this, I think I remember being a voice cutscene, because I think we hear... This may actually be the first time we hear a kobold's voice, you know, in like a really long time. Since potentially even A Realm Reborn. And they switched up the accent. And I remember thinking, this is really weird. 'Tis plain Alize is very fond of Gabu. To the extent that I have a hand in it, I shall do all in my power to bring him back. Well, this is the moment of truth. I'll have our host bring Gabu to us at once.
Apologies for the wait.
Gabu, have you been good?
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
Fancy meeting you here.
Alphino Yushtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment? Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul. Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic. Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Ah, nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
Okay, so she can just cast Angelo. I thought he was just always physically there.
By doing so, we also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after spell. It's really rather efficient.
Be that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I for one would be glad to assist.
As would I. Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission then, let us begin. Yes, this will do. And now, it's my turn. Tis done.
No small amount indeed. Oh.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allegans did not. It was never like to be easy. The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one. I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
Twould seem our part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news.
To the drowned wench. Or just some random area. Alize will succeed. I am certain of it. We need but have faith. Well, this seems as good a spot as any to have a rest.
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light-corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even. But Alize refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation. However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion.
Well, if it's any consolation, she's in awe of your work. Don't tell me, tell her. I like both of them. Yeah, I mean, as good as the first one is, the second one is just, remember, communication is key.
I should, I know. Yet, despite my good intent, I have the feeling that I would only succeed in incurring her ire. Alize, are you all right?
The treatment. Did it work?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you all. Delighted, happy, glad.
Gabu!
this time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan. But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always. So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alize's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
Your hopes reached Gaboo. They helped him to hold on.
I'm so proud of you, Gaboo.
I couldn't have done it without you, Alize. Can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them?
Yes, we can. All of them.
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use. As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether. And while Alize was able to heal Gaboo alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms. Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence. All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gaboo, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
Then the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of Porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn.
Grudgingly.
She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
I have to go now, Gaboo. But the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alize. Thank you.
It's a good quest, you know, a good ending to it. And means Matoya's relic is coming up too, which I look forward to. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream was really good, unexpectedly good. I don't know why it was unexpected, but I guess just because it wasn't like a 0.3 patch, really. Usually those are not quite as exciting, and I don't know, but I really enjoyed tonight's patch. I think part of it was doing Matoya's Relic. It's one of my favorite dungeons. I just love Matoya in general. Every time she's on screen, I have a good time. And then going on to the Limsa stuff and with the Beast Tribes and Merlwyb and the pirates and all of that stuff. Being somebody that came from Limsa, and it just, everything feels like it's full circle, and it was just done so well. And I really enjoyed the story tonight. And we actually finished, We got one quest left in 5.4, and then we'll be moving on to 5.5 and the end of what's current in the MSQ. So it's just really good, and it's crazy to think that it's almost over. So if you've enjoyed this as much as I have, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to come join me live for whatever it is I'm up to, by the time this stuff is released, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one.